Welcome back, traders. How are we doing today? We have an absolute banger going over NeoStock, ticker NIO, man. And what I expect it to do going into the next week, going into rate cuts, right? There's a lot of good potential. But this is what I believe to be the picture being painted on the chart, the Picasso, right? And I wanted to start with your today's price action, your rejection of the 9-day EMA. That is an inherently bearish sign, tagged along with your dropping of volume the last 3 days. It's not an overall good sign, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 days straight of decreasing price action here, or decreasing volume, while you have 1, 2, 3, 4 days of increasing price. That is, to me, a sign that bulls are dry of liquidity. They do not have enough firepower to get this thing back above the 9, to get this thing back above this previous support. And so you've kind of had a double whammy right now, right? You're hitting the previous support, new resistance, and then you're hitting the 9-day EMA. So that's going to take substantial amounts of firepower, right? To get back above your previous support, new resistance, right? There is a good sign, though, in the daily MACD about to cross up for the first time truly since right here when you saw a 3%, 5% candle back to back. But I don't know if you're going to get it if you see this rejection, right? What I'm hoping to see, what I want to see is I want to see this thing reject off of low volume, right? And to do exactly what I have it set to do here. I want to see a quick Band-Aid rip, low volume, take the price down to one more lower low, fill this gap. If you can successfully fill the gap sitting at 450, guys, off of low volume, and potentially put in a touch of whether it be bullish divergence or just good fundamental news, then I would be so freaking bullish in the short term, because what that will inevitably do is allow for bulls to step in, defend your gap fill at 450, and launch this thing straight back in to your previous trend of support, and then test 560. That test of 560, guys, is going to act as a very important landmark on this stock, because getting back above 560 is going to give you not just a retest of your 200-day EMA. It's going to get you in a safer zone, right? Let's just call it a safer zone, because you're going to be deterring what is this daily death cross in the EMAs. So you can see your golden cross absolutely sent this thing. And so that's why I'm using this as a point of reference. You got a breakout, a test of your 200-day EMA. You got your cross, and then the rest was history, right? You made a 81% move from that play. You are now looking at, down the barrel of a gun, right? You're looking at a potential death cross with this 50-day EMA slicing. So you need to make this move, and you need to make it quickly before this thing crosses. Now, the last time you got a death cross on this stock, it was not good because it happened. That was almost a golden cross, failed. You got it up here. You got a fake golden cross and then a downside death cross, right? And that initial move just from that death cross was 70% to the downside. Now, there's no telling what it's going to do. It's not a guarantee. And in fact, I actually like the position that you're in NeoStock right now, because you're at significant support. We pulled it up yesterday for you guys. And I just want to help you guys understand, help you guys learn what indicators I'm using. That way you guys can use it for yourselves, do your own due diligence, right? A very, very big one that I want you guys to look at is the VRVP. VRVP, the volume or visible range volume profile. And what's so important about that, right? I think it's going to let me do that one. Maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. That's why I got the MACD on. That is why. Well, let's go over the MACD while we have it. So daily time frame, your MACD still looks really nice. Looks like you're going to get that cross to the upside if you can hold your current price. Now, just like the downtrend in price, you have a downtrend in the MACD. Now, if you can see this bounce, in price back to the upside of $6 roughly, you're going to see this MACD channel break and hopefully a larger bullish swing ensue. But let's get rid of the MACD now. And let's look at the visible range profile, VRVP. So on the daily time frame, right? Zoom all the way out. This is since IPO. Rub the hands. Come on. Come on. Give me something good. It's thinking. Let's go to the weekly. So same thing, right? Your number one area of support and resistance on this stock, statistically, by the volume profile, is 450. This $4.50 to $5 zone is your most traded area with liquidity, right? And so what we're watching for is price to break it, which it did, come back to retest your point of control, and then continue to stair step higher, guys. This is a very good sign. And if you can see that bounce, that hard gap fill and bounce off of that gap fill, it just so happens to happen at the exact same time that you look to have this weekly RSI uptrend test. If you could have that happen at the same time, it's in my opinion that technical confluence would hopefully find your bottom and send you much, much higher. But only time will tell, guys. Patience pays. So this is just a brief summary of NeoStock. The short term, what I expect to happen within the week. We got rate cuts coming in a couple of days. So I'm very excited to see that. I'm assuming the market will be flatlined until we get that news on what does the economy look like, and to hear whether or not Jerome Powell is thinking dovish or bullish, or if he's thinking hawkish or bearish, right? And the manner in which he speaks so often shifts the market. So I'm interested, guys. I'm very, very interested. I'll continue to cover NeoStock every single day. So if you guys found value in this, slap the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. Remember, the best is yet to come, guys. Peace.